My niece just asked me to adopt her. 16 years ago, my older brother, his wife, and their oldest son were killed in a car crash. I was 22, just 3 months out of college, working an entry-level job and living in a studio apartment. One minute I was babysitting my 2-year-old niece, the next, I was in a hospital waiting room holding a tiny girl who kept asking where her mommy was. When social services asked if anyone could take her, I said yes immediately. My parents and in-laws were too devastated and too old to handle a toddler, so I became her legal guardian. I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment I could barely afford and learned how to do pigtails from YouTube. Those first few years were the hardest thing I've ever done. She had night terrors constantly, and I'd rock her to sleep at 3:12 a.m. before dragging myself to work 4 hours later. When she was 4, she asked why she didn't have a mommy and daddy. I told her the truth, that they were in heaven and I was going to take care of her forever. She asked if that made me her new daddy, and she started calling me Uncle Dad. When I met my wife, Sarah, I was upfront. I had a kid. She wasn't biologically mine, but she was mine. Sarah showed up to our second date with a frozen coloring book, and 2 years later, my niece was the flower girl at our wedding. Over the years, we had 3 biological children, but I never treated her any differently. Same allowance, same curfew, same college fund. Last year, she wrote her college essay about being raised by an uncle who became a father. I read it and cried for an hour. She got a full ride to her top choice. Then last week, on my 38th birthday, she asked to talk to Sarah and me privately. She pulled out an envelope, her hands shaking. "I'm 18 now," she said. "I can make this decision myself." Inside were adult adoption papers, already filled out. She told me, "You've been my dad since I was 2. You taught me to ride a bike. You walked me through my first heartbreak. I want to officially be your daughter. I want your last name." Sarah and I both signed them right then and there. My niece hugged me and whispered, "Thank you for choosing me every single day. Blood might make you related, but choice is what makes you a father."